Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to Knowvation. I'm Shantanu and I'm really very excited for today's session because we are going to discuss the part 5 of our XAT Decision Making question series, in which we'll see many practice questions and I'll be telling you and explaining you how to go about solving these XAT decision making questions. So friends, if you haven't watched the earlier 4 parts of this playlist, please unko zarur dekhiega, especially the part 1, because in part 1 I have told you various ways through which you can eliminate the options. So I hope आप पुराने parts भी इसके बाद देखेंगे. And friends, if you have any queries related to your preparation, please do let me know on these social media platforms. And also आप knowvation.in पर भी विजिट कीजिए, वहाँ पे जाके आप वीडियो रिसोर्सेज डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं, कई सारे क्विजेस दे सकते हैं, और साथ ही साथ अगर आपको नोवेशन का कंटेंट अच्छा लगता है तो आप नोवेशन को सपोर्ट कर सकते हैं. ऑलराइट फ्रेंड्स, सो विद दैट लेट्स स्टार्ट टुडेज सेशन. फ्रेंड्स, थोड़ा सा टेक्स्ट ज़्यादा हो सकता है स्लाइड्स पे, इसलिए आई विल रिक्वेस्ट यू दैट यू प्लीज़ वॉच दिस सेशन ऑन एनी डेस्कटॉप और योर लैपटॉप. अ मल्टीनेशनल कंपनी MNC sources pristine natural spring water. Pristine means basically pure. Natural spring water from Bori, a village in Satpura mountains. The unprocessed natural spring water is directly bottled by the MNC. This is a very important point. They are not processing it. They are just taking the water and selling it. The company brands it as natural spring water. So this is their branding, that it is a natural water, and sells at a 50% premium vis-a-vis. This means face-to-face other brands that sell the processed water. So this is a premium product. The local panchayat under the Panchayati Raj Act 1992 controls the spring water usage. Okay, hence the company signed a 30-year contract. Very important thing. They are in a long-term contract with the Panchayat for exclusive access to the spring water for business purposes. Now here friends, you need to know exclusive access. So this will have implications afterward. Okay, we'll discuss it in a while. This contract contributes 50% to the Panchayat's revenue, besides providing 250 jobs to the Panchayat. What is the importance of this company? It is providing 50% revenue to the Panchayat, and secondly, it is giving jobs to so many people, 250 jobs. The spring also meets domestic and agricultural needs of the people of the Bori and the surrounding villages. Okay, now coming back to this exclusive access. So it can have two meanings. First, I was thinking that since it is said exclusively to this company, so I thought that they might not be giving it to the local people, but no, they are giving it to domestic and agricultural needs of Bori and surrounding people also. So what this exclusive can mean here is that it is possible that no other company can access this resource for 30 years. Okay, now let's start with the questions. So Chanchala owns a small parcel of farming land in Bori. She grows cannabis in some part of her land and earns a significant amount of money from cannabis. So what is cannabis? I'm sure you might be knowing about marijuana, or Hindi में अगर हम बोलूँ तो ganja basically, in some part of her land and earns money from it. Soon after bottling plant was commissioned, Chanchala, instigated by a landlord, very important point, she was instigated by, like, encouraged in negative manner by a landlord with vested interest, starts accusing the MNC of robbing her of her water. So Chanchala has started accusing now MNC, okay, for robbing her of the water or impacting her livelihood in some sense. But we don't know that is this a real accusation, because some landlord has actually instigated her. Let's see. So she threatens to the MNC to court. Okay, so she has threatened that I'll take you to court. Which of the following options will best solve the MNC's problem? Let's analyze the options. We need to find one option which will solve my immediate problem, MNC's immediate problem, that we don't want to go to court or have a bad image. Okay, so let's see the options. The first option, request the Panchayat to excommunicate Chanchala for cultivating cannabis. Okay, so first thing, excommunicate. Excommunicate का meaning होता है दोस्तों to basically throw someone out of the community or throw someone out of the group. So friends, don't you think this is a very too harsh step for the company to take, considering that this can be a false accusation also? Okay, so I will say that we should always choose such option which will have a win-win situation, कि चंचला की बात भी रखी जाए और हमारा काम भी हो जाए. We need to find such things where we can do some discussions or we talk things out. But here we are just saying that we will ask Panchayat to throw her out of the community. So I will not choose this one because this is a very harsh step. Get the villagers employed by the MNCs to persuade chanchala. This is a very good word, to persuade chanchala not to sue. So here the company will ask the villagers. It is not actually a very harsh step. It is a good step that yes, they are trying to persuade her or trying to talk or communicate with chanchala that she should not sue the company. So I will keep this option aside. This looks good to me till now. Promise to employ Chanchala's 17-year-old son as he turns 18. Friends, you can see that there is some kind of quid pro quo that is going on. Quid pro quo यानी कि आप मुझे कुछ दीजिए तभी मैं आपका ये काम करूंगा. Something like that is, some transaction is going on. Second thing, this shows that company is accepting that they are doing something wrong to Chanchala. Hence, these two things will cancel out this option. Buy Chanchala's produce at a premium of 30% to the market price. Again friends, some quid pro quo कि हम आपका सामान ज़्यादा premium price पे खरीदेंगे. So it is again telling me that company has somehow thinking that yes, we have done something wrong, so we should compensate it. They're not actually trying to communicate or trying to discuss the issue. So this is actually rejected. Last, compensate the monetary loss as perceived by Chanchala. Again, C, D, E, all the options says that company has actually done something wrong. But here, she was instigated by the landlord. So there, the company should actually discuss the issue and actually investigate, has something happened like that. Okay, so that is the most ethical thing a company can do for now, is to get the villagers employed by the MNC to persuade Chanchala not to sue. Alright friends, आगे बढ़ते हैं. Next, so now the paragraph is same, just the question is different. The MNC has spotted traces of chemicals in the fortnightly water quality analysis. Very important thing. So now the water is not actually pure, it has some chemicals. The MNC realizes that this is due to the contaminated agricultural runoff. Okay, so agricultural runoff flowing into the spring from nearby fields where farmers use pesticides and fertilizers. अब समझ में आ रही बात दोस्तों कि chemicals कहाँ से आ रहे हैं? Due to the pesticides and fertilizers, that water is somehow maybe reaching through the runoff to the spring. Okay, this requires an immediate solution. We need to find an immediate solution to it. Which of the following will best resolve the situation of the multinational company? Let's see the options. हमें find करना है किस option से हमारा ये chemical वाली problem solve हो पाएगी. चलिए देखते हैं. Close down the bottling plant until the problem is resolved and inform the media that the customer interest override profit concern. Okay friends, so I will say that yes, this is a ethical solution, that you are telling the media that yes, something wrong has happened, but you are closing down the bottling plant. What are you actually doing? There are 250 people employed, plus where are you going to get revenue from? This is a very, I will again say, this is too harsh step. Okay, hence if there is a too harsh step, I will not choose it. Let's go ahead. Continue bottling the natural spring water without processing, since the villagers drink it as it is. Friends, this is actually unethical. यहाँ पर unethical वाला angle आ गया है. Why? You are saying that though the water is mixed with chemicals, but your villagers are drinking, so my premium customers should also drink it, which is very wrong thing to do. Hence, I'll eliminate it. Since the customer trusts the MNC to do what is good for them, remove the contaminants and continue to brand it as natural spring water. Now, the problem starts here. Remove the contaminants. So you have removed the chemicals. After removing, can you say that it is natural? No, it is not natural. It is now processed by you. You have processed it. So आप इसका नाम change, आपको नाम natural रखने का अधिकार नहीं है. This again goes to the unethical part. Hence, I will again eliminate this. Next, source water from an uncontaminated natural spring 150 kilometers away at an addition 50% to the cost. ओके वो खुद की कॉस्ट बढ़ाएंगे, 50% से बढ़ जाएगी, बट दे विल गेट प्योर वाटर फ्रॉम 150 किलोमीटर फार अवे. ओके, सो दिस इज एक्चुअली इट लुक्स फीजिबल, दो हमारी कॉस्ट बढ़ रही है बट हम प्योर वाटर दे रहे हैं अभी भी. ओके, सो आई विल कीप दिस ऑप्शन असाइड. रीब्रांड नेचुरल स्प्रिंग वाटर एज प्यूरिफाइड स्प्रिंग वाटर आफ्टर रिमूविंग contaminants via charcoal filtering. Now friends, see, what marketing basically is all about is making a brand image in the customer's mind. Now you have made an image natural spring water, as we see in the paragraph, and now you're changing your brand completely. You're saying that it is a purified spring water. This can have a very, very bad impact on your brand. Remember, when you're going to go in your business schools or in your corporate life, do remember that your brand image is a very important thing. आप एक रात में बोल नहीं सकते हो कि हाँ natural से हम purified spring water बेच रहे हैं. This is a very harsh step, so I'm going to eliminate it. I'll go ahead with D, which is a simple win-win situation for all of us. Moving to the third option, the MNC is concerned about chemical contamination of the natural spring water due to the agricultural runoff with pesticides and fertilizers. Similar kind of problem. They are again thinking about this problem. MNC is looking for a sustainable solution to this contamination. Friends, always remember, whenever you have this sustainable solution, हम sustainable की बात तभी करते हैं when we have a long-term outlook. Long-term outlook. ओके, सो अभी हमने शॉर्ट टर्म क्विक फिक्स कर दिया था. अब हम बात कर रहे हैं लॉन्ग टर्म सोल्यूशन की. विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग कोर्स ऑफ एक्शन विल बेस्ट सॉल्व दिस इशू इन लॉन्ग टर्म? लेट्स सी द ऑप्शंस. फर्स्ट ऑप्शन, negotiate with the panchayat to gain control of the entire spring. Okay, they want this option says that they can take the control of entire spring and provide alternate sources of irrigation for farming. Okay, so few pointers here. First thing is, why would the company would like to control the entire spring? Does it has those much resources? Secondly, is it permissible by the law? It is under the Panchayati Raj Act that they have taken the control of the spring water usage. Are they, can they become the owner of it? No, the local panchayat owns it. It has just given the control to it. Third and important point why I think this is a very loose option is that alternate sources of irrigation. They are just providing alternate source to irrigation. What about the domestic needs? What about the people of the surrounding villages? So this leaves a lot of questions in my mind. Hence, I'll just keep it aside and find a better option. Change branding from natural spring to again friends, मैंने आपको बताया था brand image आपकी एक बार बन चुकी है. You have made your company on the name of natural spring water. Can you change it over time, or would you like to take that risk? I would not say that this can be a good option. Let's go ahead. Coax the farmers to natural springs in the natural springs catchment to move to organic farming. Okay, two things. First, coax. Coax का meaning क्या होता है? Coax means to in a very gentle manner you are persuading someone to move to a different thing. Okay, so धीरे धीरे उनको परसुए करो फार्मर्स को कि नेचुरल आप जो भी नदी स्प्रिंग के किनारे जो फार्मिंग कर रहे हैं, दे कैन मूव टू ऑर्गेनिक फार्मिंग. Company can provide certain incentives also to those farmers or help them to move to organic farming. I think this is a very good option. In compared to A or B, this looks pretty much good to me. Next, acquire all agricultural land in the natural springs catchment and afforest them. Again friends, this says that you can take the whole land across the areas. Now where will the farmers go? Why in long terms would I as a farmer would like to give my land to someone else? Though I will get the money, but in a long term, how will I survive? This does not look to be a win-win. नहीं हो रहा है यहाँ पे. All right, so I will not choose this. Next, move to another state with unexploited natural spring. Okay, very a easy option to eliminate. Why? Okay, I'll tell you. So we have a 30-year contract. You cannot go out of the contract as such. आपने यहाँ पे contract कर चुके हो, आपने लोगों को employ कर रखा है. Can you just go away like that? Even in long term? No, this does not make sense to me in a business scenario. So the correct answer here will be C. Coax the farmers in the natural springs catchment to move to organic farming. I hope friends this is clear. We'll move to the next question. So now we have a different case. You can read it with me or read on your own and then see the answers. When Deepthi opened the package, she was aghast. She was shocked. She received cotton pillow covers instead of satin pillow covers she had ordered. So she ordered a different type of pillow covers but got something else. Deepthi ordered for her father from a popular e-commerce website that hosted products from many sellers. Confused, Deepthi contacted the seller's office using the details given on the package. Okay, the seller's representative profusely regretted. Okay, so they at least regret and promised to send the satin pillow covers at no extra cost. So again, good customer care. He added that Deepthi need not return the cotton covers she had received. Deepthi happily accepted the deal. Alright, so this looks good. Everything hunky-dory. A few days later, Deepthi received another package from the seller. Unfortunately, this package also contained कॉटन पिलो कवर्स. सो दे डिड द मिस्टेक अगेन. पहली मिस्टेक यहाँ थी, दूसरी मिस्टेक यहाँ पे हो गई. Completely disillusioned with the seller's professionalism, Deepti decided to put to use these cotton pillow covers. थक गई वो, she just chose to use them. A few days later, Deepti received an email from the e-commerce website. Okay, so now website is making a mail requesting to share the feedback about the seller जिसने उनको cotton covers बेचे. Deeply frustrated with overall online purchasing experience, she deliberately ignored it. So वो थक चुकी थी. She did not want to go ahead and give any feedback. She was just frustrated. Later that evening, over supper, her father opined that the balcony curtains needed to be changed. Okay, now we are talking about some more product curtains that has to be changed, and he said that they should be bought from a local shop. Okay, if something went wrong, we could at least yell at the seller. So probably he knows the experience she faced while buying the covers of the your pillow covers. So he says that at least we'll be able to yell at that person if we buy it from a brick and mortar shop. This sentence also show the same frustration of Deepti, and his father is also going through that frustration. Now what happens ahead? Deepti stared at her laptop and began writing the feedback. So this frustration is basically pointing to her to go ahead and give a feedback, possibly a negative feedback. What would Deepti definitely achieve by giving a feedback? So what is her main motive? What will she get out of it? Let's see. Instigate people against the seller. Friends, again, she is not actually having any such thought in her mind that she wants to instigate people against the seller. This is a very, very too harsh an option. She's just feeling very frustrated. She wants to vent out frustration basically. So let's see ahead. Coerce the e-commerce website to punish the seller. I would not say this is the main motive. Why? Because first of all, she's frustrated. She wants to vent out her frustration, as we see from this sentence here. And she's also not sure whether the company will actually punish the seller or not. So this is not a correct reason why she started writing what she will definitely achieve from it. Because we are not sure whether the punishment will be given or not. An act of social service. Again, she does not have any such thought of doing any social service. So she will definitely not, going to achieve this. Release her frustration. So as I told you, again, she was frustrated. Her father was frustrated that they are not able to even yell at the person. So this seems good. Prove a point to her father. Friends, this is a close option, but a wrong option. Why? There is no such thing that she wants to prove to her father. She is actually, I think, very much agreed with her father that yes, she was also not able to vent out her frustration. So she is not trying to prove any point. So I will say that D is my correct answer. In the feedback column, Deepti awarded 1 out of the maximum 5 stars. So she gave 1 by 5 stars to the seller and described her negative experience. Okay. Later that evening, the sales head called. Okay, the sales head is of the company who is sending those covers, and pleaded her to retract her feedback and upgrade them to 5 stars. Okay, as they had already fired the employee concerned. Okay, he appealed that they were a young organization and the sales were getting badly affected. Given the circumstances, what is the ideal response? Okay friends, now the seller is basically trying to use the power of emotions. वो इमोशनली उसको बता रहा है कि वी आर गोइंग थ्रू अ बैड फेज, हमने उनको फायर कर दिया जिस एम्प्लॉई ने आपके साथ ये मिस्टेक की है. सो बेसिकली ही इज ट्राइंग टू इमोशनली परसुए दीप्ति. सो बेसिकली whenever there is a business scenario, we should not go ahead by emotions. हमें ये देखना है कि ethically क्या सही है, क्या actually factually हुआ है हमारे साथ, वही देखना है. So the first option, she should stick to her feedback and stars awarded since she reported only what had taken place. Perfect answer. I would say this is going to be our answer. But still we'll eliminate all the options. Next, she should retract the feedback and award 5 stars as the seller has already punished the concerned employee. So seller ने तो punish कर दिया, but क्या दीप्ति का experience ठीक हुआ? या after so much of frustration, was she given the correct experience, or did she get the correct pillow covers? No, this is not actually helping Deepti at all. So this is not a correct answer. She should retract the feedback and award 5 stars since sales are getting affected. So क्या वो उसे इमोशनल हो जाना चाहिए कि उनकी सेल्स गिर रही है, so she should give a feedback? No, she should only report what has taken place. She should order again with the same seller and share her renewed experience. Now she should give a new chance to him. पहले एक बार chance, दो बार chance दे चुके हैं. What is the guarantee that third chance will be a good thing? I cannot say that, right? I'm not sure, so I'm not going to put this answer. She should retain the feedback, but award 3 star as a consolation measure. Again, emotional card. So I will not choose this. I'll go ahead with A. जो हुआ है सच report करना है. This is the business ethics. All right. 6th question. After a few months, so कुछ month बीत चुके हैं, the sales had inquired, in case you are using the cotton pillow covers and like them, kindly rate them on the e-commerce website. Okay, so now they are again asking for a feedback कि अगर आप हमारे pillow covers use कर रहे हैं, उनको अच्छा लगता है तो प्लीज़ आप उसको website पर rate कीजिए. It will help us serve our customers better. So they are thinking about their customers, future customers, कि उनके customers को भी पता चलेगा कि is it good or not. Later that evening, her father remarked, "You know, I really love these pillow covers, though I'm not sure why you bought so many of them." Okay, so his father might not be aware about these things, but he liked the whole thing, that he loved the pillow covers. Okay, so which of the following reasons give Deepti the best rationale to ignore the sales at request? Okay, हमें ढूंढना है ऑप्शन जिससे दीप्ति encourage हो सके that she don't want to give any feedback. Okay, we don't want to give any feedback, and any option which gives us a reason, we'll use that. Okay, acceding to the request benefits just the seller while her sore experiences remains. Okay, if she gives into the request of the seller, this will only help the seller. Can I say that this is only going to help the seller? No, I cannot say that, because other customers, other visitors can also be helped. So this does not give me the best rationale. I will not use this. Next, cotton pillow covers are delivered erroneously, hence the seller does not deserve the punishment. अब अगर erroneously deliver हुए थे तो गलती किसकी थी? Seller की थी. So he should be deserving a punishment. So this option does not give me a rationale to ignore the request. Okay, acceding to the request will imply that she was wrong in ordering satin pillow covers in the first place. Okay, so customer ही wrong है. This option says so that Deepti is wrong, perfectly wrong. This is a very easy option to eliminate. If the seller truly cared about the customer, they should have shipped the satin pillow covers by now. Very good option. अभी तक 1 महीना हो चुका है, कुछ महीने हो चुके हैं, आपने अभी भी सही प्रोडक्ट नहीं भेजा है. So this does not show that you actually care about your customers. Here you say that मेरे customers को serve होने में better होगा, but you don't actually care about it. So this actually gives me a reason why I should ignore the sales at request. Last, her review will lack credibility since there is no proof that she purchased the product. How can I say that there is no proof? She has actually purchased, there is a purchase transaction. So I don't think this is a wrong option. We are buying it online, so there is a perfect proof. So the correct answer is D here. Now we have a new case. Sanchit Group of Hospitals seek to improve the success rate and patient satisfaction rate by 100% in the next year. So this is their goal. Very ambitious goal. They want to increase the patient satisfaction by 100% in the next year. However, the management cannot afford to send doctors for professional development outside the country, and they also cannot afford purchasing more equipment. So these are the two constraints here. An in-house measure, the managing board thought of having doctors with high patient satisfaction to mentor those with the less. So those people or those doctors which having high satisfaction, they can train those with the lower level of people or those with lower satisfaction. Most of the doctors found it an interference by the management. Okay, so see, whenever you're in a business situation, there will be people who will be going against your decisions. They will think that this is an interference, judgmental, expression of distrust, etc. There were, however, some isolated few, very few people, this shows very few, who found it a novel way of learning from each other. बहुत कम लोग थे ऐसे. Doctors felt the management should instead increase the consultancy fee. Okay, so they feel, डॉक्टर्स का क्या राय है कि मैनेजमेंट को कंसल्टेंसी फीस बढ़ानी चाहिए जो कि डॉक्टर्स को मिलती है. and spend more time on recruiting more paramedics और paramedics जो कि बाहर से लिए जाएं, ऐसे और लोगों को include किया जाए. Who would spend time with patients? So paramedics basically they spend the time with the patient rather than blame doctors and decided to call it quits. Call it quits is a idiom which means they just ignored it and they are not going to accept this decision. They will do some training or something like that. For the management, this would mean loss of patients. This is actually true. अगर आप कंसल्टेंसी फी बढ़ाओगे या मोर पैरामेडिक हायर करोगे, they think that this can do a loss of patient to us. Let's see the question. Which of the following sequence of action is most appropriate for the hospital administration in achieving their goal? Okay, out of these 5, we need to choose 3 options. So let's start. Conduct a survey of all stakeholders and ascertain their needs and suggestions. Okay, so friends, this is a very good option. Wherever you see that all the stakeholders are being involved and they are doing some discussion, this is a very good business practice. Okay, so this is a good option. Who all are the stakeholders? The stakeholders are the doctors, the paramedics, and the management here, and the customers also. Okay, so they will try to do a survey and they will consult everyone. So this is a very good option. Next, build consensus among doctors and paramedics on a possible way forward. Again, friend, we want to make a consensus. That means they will want the doctors and paramedics to discuss and find a way forward. So this is also a good option. Next, prepare an action plan that details the roadmap along with the financial implications. So here they will make a detailed action plan. बट क्या फ्रेंड्स एक्शन प्लान डिस्कशन के बिना बन सकता है? नहीं. सो 1 and 2, these 2 options should come before 3 if you want to choose this. So 3 is also a good option. I'm not saying this it is a bad option, but it cannot be the first option. You should first do discussion, then come to a common point and then make a plan. 4th, design differential service packages based on affordability of the patient. Okay, so now it is saying that different packages बना दो जो ज़्यादा afford कर सकता है. It will have a different package, and those person who cannot afford a higher package, they will have a different kind of package. So they are somehow basically saying that there is different categories of patient. So who will see the upper category? So are you going to keep different doctors for them who will get higher money, and the people who will say lower bracket, these doctors are going to get less pay? So are you creating a divide among the employees? So this can be very dangerous if you create a divide among doctors by making differential service packages. कुछ doctors को कम पैसा मिल सकता है, कुछ को ज़्यादा. So this is not very clear option, first thing. Secondly, it can create a divide between customers and also the employees of the management. So this is dangerous. I will not choose this. 5th, run a brainstorming session among the leading doctors of the area. Oh my God. Friends, always beware whenever you see that we are involving an external party. That option is very tricky, or that option is dicey. We cannot do that thing. हम पहले हमारे इंटरनल लोगों से बात करेंगे, उनसे सुझाव लेंगे, उनसे सॉल्यूशन फाइंड करने की कोशिश करेंगे, ना कि बाहर किसी दूसरे जो एरिया के आसपास के लीडिंग डॉक्टर्स हैं उनसे जाके सॉल्यूशन मांगेंगे. सो फर्स्ट यू शुड सेट योर ओन हाउस इन ऑर्डर एंड देन गो अहेड एंड आस्क फॉर हेल्प. ऑलराइट, सो दिस इज ऑल्सो रॉन्ग ऑप्शन. I will say 1, 2, 3 looks very good to me. 1 and 2 should come ahead of 3. Okay, so 2, 1, 3 or 1, 2, 3. Both are correct. So I'll go ahead with E, 1, 2, 3. Next, now we have the same paragraph but the different question. Which of the following decisions is most likely to satisfy all the stakeholders? So who all are the stakeholders here? We have doctors, we have paramedics, and we have customers, and we have the management. सबके लिए win-win situation चाहिए हमें. All right. So increase the income of the doctors, okay, and the paramedics, okay, and the ambience of the hospital. So ambience अगर सुधरेगा, so उससे जो patient का satisfaction है, this can actually increase. So all the 3 major stakeholders are being concerned here, or they are being catered to. अगर तीनों stakeholders खुश हैं, तो that will directly help the management to develop a better environment in the hospital and grow the hospital. So this looks to be a good option. Let's keep it aside. Give 30% discount on medicines purchased from the hospital store. Okay, now if I'm going to give the discount, will it actually help the success rate? No. we need to improve the doctors, we need to take care of the paramedics, and then slowly what will happen, the success rate will start growing up. So this is not actually catering to all the stakeholders and does not tackle my problem. Next, increase the income of the doctors and the number of the paramedics. Now friends, they are tackling the issue of doctors और वो paramedics के भी number को बढ़ा रहे हैं. So this is I will say a good option. But are you actually taking care about your patients here? Not really, right? So A के मुकाबले अगर देखा जाए तो A is a better option in compared to C. Okay, so we'll just keep it aside. Raise income of doctors and reduce the waiting time of the patients. All right, so they are helping the patient also, and they are raising the income of the doctors. But here we have read that the doctors felt the management should increase consultancy fees and spend more on recruiting the paramedics. So here we have a very important stakeholder, which is paramedic, but here we are not taking care about them. So I will also keep A is ahead of D. Last, allow doctors to choose patients based on income levels, thus profiting both patients and the organization. So again, they are trying to create a divide कि डॉक्टर्स अपने हिसाब से लोगों को चूज कर सकते हैं. सो दिस विल क्रिएट अ केओस. व्हाट विल दे डू? ऑल डॉक्टर्स विल वांट के सबसे ज़्यादा इनकम वाला पर्सन हमारे पास आए. ऑलराइट, सो दिस इज नॉट अ करेक्ट ऑप्शन. आई विल गो हेड विद ए. ए इज माई आंसर. Okay, so last one friends, this is a very easy one, so that's why I have kept it as a assignment problem for you. Please read it, pause the video, read it and give the answer. I'll tell you the answer in the comment section. Alright friends, so I hope you have seen the question. I'll move the slide. So friends, we have come to an end to this session on decision making. I hope the video was helpful and I thank you so much for watching this video till the end. If the video has helped you, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends and subscribe to Knowvation for more important XAT resources and resources related to verbal ability, general awareness, business awareness, etc. And I will again request you कि please visit knowvation.in. यहाँ पर आप कई सारे PDFs डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं. You can get the video resources, you can do various quizzes online and आपको अगर Knowvation का कंटेंट अच्छा लगता है तो आप Knowvation को सपोर्ट भी कर सकते हैं. Alright friends, so with that I'm going to close today's session and I'll meet you again next time. Until then, please take care and bye bye.